Hey guys, it's Jen from Beauty Riot X. So today we have a possible dupe video. I have had this VISEART Editorial Brights palette for a while now. They're very expensive, but I think they're beautiful, beautiful, beautiful eyeshadows. Well, I was on the Morphe website not long ago and I was buying a few things and I saw this, the 12P palette. So I was like, oh, that looks kind of similar. I'm gonna get it and see how they match up against each other. Well, I actually shared this idea on a few beauty groups that I'm a part of on Facebook, and I got actually a few like annoyed people that I would dare call like this a dupe for this. Now, a dupe is a product that's similar, that can slightly be off here and there to a higher end product or a more expensive product. VISEART is a professional brand, you know, you can get it at Sephora and stuff. It's made in France, it's used by celebrity makeup artists and professionals and all that kind of stuff. It's a very prestigious product. Morphe is a very affordable product. They have wonderful products. I mean, I'm a big fan of their shadows, I love their brushes, I'm a huge Morphe fan in general. So I thought, I have used both brands enough that I feel like I'd be able to tell if it's a dupe or not, because I'm comfortable with both brands. So that's what I decided to do today. So what I did before I turned my camera on is I did my right side, my eye, with the VISEART palette, and the same colors on the left side from the Morphe palette. The only colors that I didn't use from the palettes was this one has a black and this one doesn't. So I used a Makeup Beat black for my VISEART to do my wing and under eye smokiness. Louie, you're killing me. Now I'm gonna zoom you in so you can see side by side how they measured up to each other, and then I'll tell you what I thought as I was putting them on. So again, the VISEART's on this side and the Morphe's on this side. I'll also go through and swatch some side by side for you so you can see the difference in application. So what I thought as I was applying these, the Morphe definitely went on smoother and it had a bit more pigmentation. However, the Morphe, for the $15 that I paid for this, did a pretty great job. The pigmentation was very nice. It wasn't quite as pigmented as the VISEART, and it almost felt a tiny bit smoother, but it didn't go on as, like if I rub it with my finger, it feels a little bit smoother than the VISEART, but when you apply it with a brush, it didn't go on as smooth or blend as well as the VISEART did. So those were kind of right off the bat things that I noticed as I was applying. So what I'll do is I'll go down my arm and I'll swatch a handful of the, because there are slightly different colors, and you know, this isn't an exact replica of each other. I mean, there's different colors on here, they slightly vary from here, there's colors here that aren't the same as colors here. You know, this one has a black, this one doesn't. Alright, I'll do the orange and you can see it that way. Alright, so these oranges are slightly different in tone. The orange from the Morphe palette is slightly more muted than the brighter orange from the VISEART. So here's the VISEART and here's the Morphe. So VISEART, Morphe. So you can see the VISEART is slightly brighter, this is slightly more muted, and you can see. So here's the Morphe, which actually looks a little bit more pigmented, and then here's the VISEART. I used from both these palettes, I used the entire middle row for the Morphe palette on my eyes, plus the black as like the liner, and then these three from the middle and the purple from the top over here. Alright, so I'll show you the purple next from each. So we have VISEART and Morphe. Both are very pigmented. So Morphe's on the bottom, I'm sorry, VISEART's on the bottom, Morphe's on top. And like I said, my only thing that I noticed going on was VISEART blended a little better, it was slightly more pigmented, but from what I can tell, this is definitely dupe worthy. You don't need to spend $80 on the VISEART. It's a beautiful palette. I mean, more so because it's a neon palette, so this is not an everyday makeup palette. Neither there's this. But if you like colors like this is definitely worth getting. If you have $80 to spend and you want to try VISEART, it's definitely worth it. It's a beautiful palette. But if you don't need this. This is a beautiful alternative. I will do, actually we'll just do the teal because the greens aren't really similar. Or maybe we'll do the blues. Yeah, we'll do the blues because they're pretty similar. All right, so in this sense, VISEART's a little more pigmented, but still very, very pretty. So we have VISEART and Morphe right here. And you can tell on my arm, the VISEART's just slightly, you know, better payoff. Now again, VISEART's really geared toward professionals and the matte neutrals, and I love both these palettes. I think they're incredible. I think it's worth what I paid for it. This is a great alternative. Morphe's a great company. They have wonderful customer service. Their products are really good. You know, once in a while you'll get something that you're not too crazy about, but that's with anything. I could, you know, I really like this palette, but this definitely wasn't a necessity for me. It's a neon palette. I'd never wear this. But I just thought for people who do like these colors, this would have been a fun dupe because, you know, 80 bucks is a lot of money to spend. So that was it. I hope you guys enjoyed this comparison dupe video. And if you have any questions, please link them below. Again, I mean, makeup's supposed to be fun. So this isn't, I mean, for people to get annoyed about me having the nerve to dupe, you know, a VISEART product, come on, lighten up. Makeup's supposed to be fun. Let's keep it that way. So anyway, for anybody interested, I'll leave the link for both of these below if you want to check them out. Both have great reviews, and you know, I'm sure there's lovers of each of these. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.